Welcome back to Undisputed.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
happy to be back with you guys,
And
man. It's
last
good.
time you were here,
Yes.
you made a shocking statement about Magic Johnson that dropped all of our jaws. And guess what? You were right. Roll that tape. Why didn't Magic intervene?
That's what I'm saying, because Magic, I think, is, from my point of view now, listening to him talk and stuff like that, he's just the face. I don't think his say-so is like his say-so is.
Really?
I know it's not, because he told me some things that I thought that should have been done. That's nothing.
Well, then who is in charge?
I'm trying to figure out who's in charge. That's why the system is crumbling down for, I don't know what's going on over there.
Is Jeannie in charge? Jeannie Buss?
Hey, she just said some stuff that she said she's the one who told Magic to get Lonzo. So, hey, who gonna say that? If she said that, she's throwing him under the bus. Like, you ain't the one. If Magic wanted Fox, why you didn't get Fox? Unless somebody above you said, hey, don't get Fox. I think I like this guy a little better. Then what are you there for?
Aha. You were way ahead of that curve. So in hindsight, put it back in perspective for us.
Put it back in perspective. See, this is what everybody wants. When I say things, they like to say either you wrong or right. But I always know I'm always right. I can't help it. And it's just like, that's from my opinion. So it don't have to be right or it have to be wrong, but it's right to me because it's how I feel about it. And some of the conversations that we had, that's what I just didn't come out and just say that just to be saying it.
So you were not shocked that Magic suddenly quit, right?
No, I'm not shocked about anything. I'm never shocked about anything. There's only one thing I'm shocked about is if my wife leave me. Other than that, I ain't shocked about nothing.
Okay, so what happened behind the scenes as far as you were hearing between Magic, Pelinka, and Jeannie?
Well, if you say you're going to do something and it doesn't happen, that's when I kind of lose faith in you. Not really faith, but I lose the value of what we was talking about.
Right, the value of his word.
Exactly. And sometimes somebody above doesn't allow you to do that, or you just do it on your own.
Right.
But either way, it's how I feel about it, the situation. One of the things he said, we keep family together. And if you're going to keep family together, they told me some things what they wanted Lonzo to do. I want Lonzo to get stronger. I want him to get, faster. I want him to lead this team. Okay, if you want him to lead this team, now you need to do something for Lonzo. Why don't you get him a piece that works very well with him, which is his brother. Now,
Which brother?
anyone, both of them. Both of them. That's what I'm trying to tell people. But you got to get Jello first. You at least got to give him a chance to play with Lonzo. You should at least got him in Summer League or anything. I thought they was going to take him as a last pick at least. So you got one more pick, go ahead and get him. But why wouldn't you do something to help Lonzo? Why wouldn't you get his brother who has the best chemistry with him and he can play? So they don't even give him that opportunity. So that's when I just like, okay, whatever you guys say, you're not meaning nothing. Because you said keep family together and then you don't even bring them in.
So they led you to believe, so Magic led you to believe that he would at least give Jello an opportunity.
Yes. Him and Rob. Behind closed doors, we did talking just like grown men. We don't have to put it all out there.
Right.
But hey, I ain't saying put my boy on the team or nothing like that. Let him play with Lonzo and see how he do. If he does raggedy, then you be like, I don't think it'll work. Right. But let him and Lonzo do their thing together. They always been successful together. So that's why I was just like, I can't roll with y'all now.
So we've repeatedly heard that nobody out there trusts Rob Pelinka in the NBA business world.
Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. If you was an agent, you owe some people some favors. And that's why you get some of these other picks that you like, why did he take that guy? The reason he took it, this dude a favor from back in the day. I don't know too many people who can run something like that if you were an agent, because there's too many flaws.
Do you have a specific pick? Mo Wagner, maybe? Michigan kid?
Well, I'm just saying.
A favor?
That had to be a favor. The other kid, whether it's Zavi or whatever. Yeah. I mean, there's some better players out there.
Okay.
But when you owe certain people, it's just like, okay, you go overseas to look at some people. But then you say you don't go overseas. It's using the ball boys, they're overseas. They're not in the U.S., don't look at them. But you go over there and look at somebody else. So that's why I'm like, don't tell me you owe somebody something. Because the guys you pick, you put them against my boy, and my boy killed them.
We keep hearing Linda Rambis is the new shadow owner, that Jeannie listens to Linda. Do you buy that? Have you seen that in operation?
No, I see them together. I see them as just two good friends that's been together for a long time, and they don't want to. Well, here's the thing. In this business, the majority of the owners are men. They ain't got no feelings.
Right.
You ain't doing it by, go. The women, they're a little more sensitive. Oh, I love you. You're a great guy. I love you. I can't get rid of you. So for them to, talk with each other, Linda and that's her friend. So they go on, talk like that, and then people are going to take it a different way, like, oh, you only listen to her. But she's been around her for a long time.
Long time.
So.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Well,
because how do you mix business? They say you got to keep family out of it.
Right. They say that it's probably a good thing for her because it comforts her. Because she's in a plateau by herself. She's like the only woman that's like owning a
and Gail
franchise.
Benson, now Miss Benson at the Pelicans.
Yes, but it's hard,
right.
To come in here in a man's world like this, in that type of environment. So that's why I think it's comforting for her to have a friend at least to talk to. You don't want to just be by yourself all the time.
Do you like the direction Jeannie has taken this franchise?
No, I ain't gonna say I like the direction unless you have all three of my boys. Then I love the direction. But as long as if you put too much emotion into it, you're gonna make some bad decisions. And that's why sometimes somebody got to be, as they say, I ain't gonna say the bad woman, but the bad guy. That's the bad guy for a reason.
So she obviously liked Luke Walton a lot off the court.
Yes.
And I think that's where you're going with this.
Well, when she first brought him in, it's like, oh, this is my guy. I just brought him in.
He was like a son to
I'm taking
Phil.
over the Lakers. I'm pushing my brothers to the side. He's in here with me. So you feel you owe him something because he's coming in with you as you becoming the boss.
And I got to give you credit for this one. You're way ahead of that curve also, because you were the first to say, Luke's wrong for this team. He was wrong for your son.
Right.
He was hard on your son the rookie year. He'd play him 5 minutes, pull him, not play him for the next 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I can say that. I just didn't say it just because I don't like Luke. I'm not going to say I don't like a person. I don't like the way he's coaching. Right. I don't have to like that. But as far as seeing him on the street or something like that, he's a great guy. When he first came into the league, I was like, oh, I like Luke because he's young. This is what I was thinking. He don't have an old school mind,
right.
where some guys are set in their ways where most people are stuck in the old system where you got to get under a veteran's leadership.
Right.
Understand and not understanding. Like sometimes you get a guy that don't need no veteran leadership. He already know how to lead. That's my boy. He built for LA because I groomed him the right way. You give him fancy cars early. Fancy cars don't mean nothing to him. He don't be out in the clubs. He don't chase the women. LA got some of the most beautiful women in the world, and there's always something to do. Get on the red carpet. Go do this. My boys to themselves. Not like a little hermit shell or nothing like that. But they don't be wilding out.
They don't get distracted.
Yes, and that's why people like, oh, well, why is Lonzo rapping? He should be working on his free throws. Who's to say he didn't do his free throws already? And instead of going to the club, he go in the studio booth, do something that you love to do. Stay out of trouble.
So it became clear LeBron was no fan of Luke as a coach either. So is this it's a good thing for both Lonzo and LeBron then? There's no more Luke?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely good. On the fact that Lonzo got to get healthy. He get healthy, and then him and LeBron got the same type of game. So that's why they was the first ones that have a triple-double in a long time. On the fact they know each other's game. Their IQ is very high. They got the same thing. Winning will allow them to become closer. And everybody's going to be like, wow, LeBron is mentoring Lonzo. He ain't got to mentor Lonzo. They just got to win together.
Right.
Because you can have all the mentoring in the world. If you're losing, who cares? Or you can not mentor at all and win, and then you're like, it's a great thing to say.
Last year, Lonzo had surgery. This year, I don't think he's having surgery. So you go from rehabbing to actually training.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a difference is that going to make on Lonzo's game this year? Lonzo's
game this year is going to be solid on the fact that they have a new trainer that's working with him.
Right.
Okay. I didn't feel that he was doing the proper training when he got hurt. And I know you was telling me, like, LaVar, you can't run no heels and can't do this, but you have to do what got you there.
Right.
And when you stop doing that, now you get these little nicks. It's just like training, he used these rubber bands, a lot of lightweight, a lot of reps.
Yeah.
I said, you can't get strong doing that.
Right.
That's why my middle son, Jello, he stayed with me super strong because he's doing it my way. We go with the heavy weights to get thicker and stronger, but to keep that motion going, you got to keep shooting while you're getting thick.
Right.
Okay, so therefore, you don't get hurt. You be out there hurting people. And that's where I told Lonzo this, forget about whatever's going on in your life as far as the outside stuff with the brand, with the trading, with this. Don't worry about nothing. Get healthy so you can play. So that's his main thing right now. And his mind is at ease where it's like even Jello's working out with him and stuff, doing the upper body and stuff.
So he's healthy heading into the offseason.
He's going to be healthy. He's still got a little ways to go.
Okay.
But I was like, it's not a rush because it's like, training camp don't start till September.
Right.
So just make sure that's your date. So we can go slow as possible, all right here, as long as we're getting it in.
Right.
And a little bit at a time. Don't let nobody rush you back where you're like, oh, I'm trying to play in the summer, I'm trying to do this. No.
But you think he'll be ready for training camp?
Oh, he will be ready for training camp. He will be ready for training camp.
Are you sure they won't trade him?
I said they won't trade him. They're going to trade Lonzo. Best guy in the business. He got so much going for him, more than anybody. He got his own brand. He's likable. He's marketable. You don't have to worry about him being in trouble. He don't do no drugs.
I agree with all that, but you can't shoot 42% from the free throw line. You just can't.
But you can win.
Okay.
You can shoot.
If
you shoot 40, you know what? I could have fixed that a long time ago. Free throws.
Why
I
didn't
guarantee. Here's what
Why
I tell
didn't
you. Here, why should I? They ain't paying me. Lakers.
Man,
ain't
go
paying me.
ahead. That's your son. You want your son to, because they're not paying you.
That's my son, right? I could have went in there and fixed that.
Well, fix it.
I'm not gonna fix it. I fixed it now. Luke is gone.
Oh, like, you know what? Look,
I ain't let him take all the credit. No, it's very easy to fix free throws. Free throws, you ain't got to go out there. It's a mindset.
Right.
That boy been 90% shooter ever since he been shooting. Now, my other two boys shoot 90%. He was a better free throw shooter than them. But when people was telling him all this stuff, they don't know how to be hard enough on him to make him make free throws. I'll tell you what I could have told him. Every time you miss 3 free throws, I want $10,000. So if you miss 1 this game, 2 the next game, 1 more miss, 10 grand coming to me.
Okay.
Every 3 misses,
So
10
why don't
grand.
you do it to him now? You can do that.
I could, but I'm not.
Because
I don't feel like it.
Man, LaVar.
you sound like Shannon Sharp.
I don't feel like it.
LaVar, that's your son. You
He's
know
always gonna be my son.
You know he can't, as the point guard, he's going to be on the court at the end of the game.
And
you
make
can't
every
have a
free throw he
You
has
can't
to.
have Hacker's situation.
Please have hackers, or I want to see it, and I'll be there in that game. Say, I told you so.
Oh my God, just joking. Here, LaVar, you know you're supposed to have a fix.
Hey, you can shoot 42% in the beginning of the game, but you better shoot 100 at the
You
end.
better.
But he wasn't shooting that, LaVar.
He wasn't at the end in the game. Keep doing that, Luke. Don't start in the fourth quarter. Hurting yourself.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.